Steve, so much for having me on. I'm just so honored. I can't even believe it. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to really understand what I'm a part of, because sometimes you think something can be too good to be true, but it is true. And then at the same time, it's too good to be true, but it is true. Does that make sense? So I just want to welcome each and every one of you for being on this call tonight, to taking time out of your busy evening to just explore. And that's what I invite you to do, is just have an open mind to take a look at something that truly is life-changing. And you know what? Our health is the most important thing. Without our health, nothing else matters, right? So I was introduced to LifeVantage just by accident. I always say LifeVantage finds you. You don't find LifeVantage, but it depends on what you say, whether you join LifeVantage. And that can be as a customer, that can be as a distributor, which we'll talk a little bit more about it. So I love this beautiful profession of network marketing. I knew nothing about it, but yet if we have businesses, if we own a business, we're doing network marketing every day. So I invite you to just have an open mind tonight and take a look at what we have. The science is real. The company is phenomenal, publicly traded, debt-free, Aaron Brockovich on the board of directors. And we just have such a gift here. So I overhear a conversation at yoga 8 years ago, and it changed my life forever. I watched an ABC investigative report on our flagship product called Protandim NRF2. If you've not seen that, then I invite you to get back to the person that invited you and take a look at this short little clip, because that's what got me. And I'm like, I could not get this inside my body fast enough. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and I'll tell you a little bit about our beautiful company, LifeVantage. As I mentioned, publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We're bringing a breakthrough technology to market all over the world. Now, some of us do the business, and not everybody has to do the business, but in every business, it's what you put into it as to what you will get out of it, right? So everybody's results are different. So what we're talking about tonight is flipping the switch so that you can feel better and do more. Flipping the switch, what does that mean? It means that you can actually flip the switches in your DNA. Listen, what's happening into this world today? People are being hijacked daily by the food and water. We call this oxidative stress, the chemicals in the water to make it safe, the processed foods, the environment, pollution, sun damage, household cleaners, the benzene and the gasoline, the jet fuel in the airplane, and then emotional stress, financial stress, alcohol, people who are overworked. That creates stress on the cells, and it doesn't make our cells happy. We're all energy, and so our cells actually respond to how we live, how we thrive, right? And so technology, oh my goodness, even this little cell phone that we love, or our computers or laptops, the blue light, it can affect your mood, it can affect your health. Did you know that since the Industrial Revolution, over 85,000 chemicals have been introduced into the world? Now think about that. That is crazy. Now, what if you knew of something that could flip the switch? Because what's happening is it starts dimming the light switch. This is what we call oxidative stress, free radical damage. It starts dimming the light switches inside of our bodies, inside of our DNA. And it makes things not work as well, kind of in the dark. I can't see. Well, your body stops functioning as well as it should. What does it feel like? Well, a little bit of immune system issues, brain fog. That doesn't feel good. You're kind of sluggy, maybe bad mood. You don't have a lot of motivation to do anything. Obviously, stress plays a huge role in that, and feeling tired, feeling fatigued. So what is really happening in our bodies when that light switch is dimming? We're talking about oxidative stress, and we're going to talk about mitochondrial decline. You don't have to be a doctor to know this, because I'm not. And we're going to also talk about something that I recently learned about, is called a decline in sirtuin activities. And we have these sirtuins inside of our DNA that are very important for cleaning up the garbage in our cells. And there's a lot more about it. So I invite you to just be open tonight and take a look. Science, I love this, has already discovered that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. So if you knew of something that could flip a switch in your DNA, would you want to know more about it? That's it. That's as simple. So it starts with oxidative stress. That's the apple. You take the apple, you cut it in half, you take bites out of it, and what happens? It turns brown, right? It gets kind of yucky, and then you don't want to eat it anymore. Well, that is the body's natural way of keeping ourselves strong. Like we have that apple core, the skin is strong, but then inside ourselves, because of this oxidative stress, things are not starting to work really well. And as we age, those antioxidant enzymes stop working as well. However, if you can flip the switch of called the NRF2 pathway, the NRF2 pathway, this is responsible for cellular repair. It is the master regulator of the cell. So with just a switch, a flip of a switch, and a combination of 5 ingredients working synergistically, and there's multiple patents here, it is activating this pathway in our DNA to reduce that oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. This is our flagship product. This is what ABC's Primetime did a report on many years ago. This is how it got started. So we are cleaning up the garbage. We're taking that rust out of the cells, reducing oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days. So this is what researchers are saying about NRF2 activation in general. It is likely to become the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. It may well become the most extraordinary, now listen to that, may well become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health, and that's from Washington State University. So don't take it from me, take it from the science that's behind all of this stuff. So this is what happens. We start aging and those antioxidant enzymes decline. They don't work well. And this is what's happening to us. It's the cycle of aging. But with Protandim, it's bringing those antioxidant enzymes back up. Don't trust me or do trust me, but go to PubMed, where doctors and researchers go to, pubmed.gov. It is the National Institutes of Health Medical Library, and type in Protandim, and you're going to see top universities that have done studies, their own independent studies on this. American Heart Association, Harvard, National Institute on Aging, Texas Tech, American Heart Association. That is absolutely huge. Type in NRF2 activation on PubMed and you're going to get over 15,000 studies. Type in oxidative stress, over 230,000 studies, and then type in oxidative stress and any issue that you're thinking about. All our product does is reduce that oxidative stress. We don't make any medical claims at all. So that is the first theory of aging. The second theory of aging is talking about our mitochondria. So I'm going to take you back to biology class, maybe 7th or 8th grade, if you remember. It's the engine of the cell. So we have the rust, the oxidative stress of the car, and then the engine now is being affected by this oxidative stress. So it's kind of like the cell phone, the battery goes down, right? And it stops working and it takes forever to charge it up again. Well, that's what's happening inside of our bodies as we age. And the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So through a proprietary blend, again, working synergistically, a combination of 5 ingredients, we're activating the NRF1 pathway that is responsible for mitochondria biogenesis, creating more mitochondria. So you just take 2 of these a day in the morning and it's increasing it by over 70%. So you're going to have more cellular activity. You're going to feel better. That is the NRF1 pathway. So the gasoline starts working well, the engine starts working well. Now we're talking about sirtuins, and you don't have to know all of this, but just understand that I think of the sirtuins. These are longevity genes inside of our DNA. Fascinating. And what happens if the garbage isn't taken out of our house, right? That's, let's say, the NRF1 and NRF2 pathway, cleaning up the cells, taking the garbage out. Well, think about with everybody working from home right now, you take that garbage out to the curb, right? Well, what happens if the big truck doesn't come by and take out that garbage? Then you've got a real mess. That, to me, is what the sirtuins are and what is activating a pathway called NAD, a molecule in our bodies called NAD. So this, to me, is the chief cell officer of the cell, making sure the other pathways are doing their job. Some people will do intermittent fasting to activate this pathway, this NAD pathway. Well, ours will activate the NAD 100% in 24 hours with a combination of 4 ingredients, you guys. This is nutrigenomics, the science of nutrigenomics. So it's flipping this NAD switch, which allows your sirtuin activity to increase by over 100% in 24 hours. So you're going to have more cellular energy. It's going to support cardiovascular health, healthy longevity, and healthy inflammatory responses. So that is the NAD Synergizer. I love what we have here. So these are the three amigos, right? We're reducing oxidative stress, we're boosting the mitochondria, and we're cleaning up the garbage so that we can feel more vital, right? That's important. Now, by themselves in the gray, they are amazing. The NRF2 pathway, the NRF1 product, and the NAD. But look in the blue. When you put these three together, they are supercharging these particular genes that are responsible for the main function of these pathways. Pretty awesome. So the question is, are you ready to flip the switch? Are you ready to have a better mood and motivation? Supporting healthy longevity and vitality, mental focus and concentration, better mental and physical energy. Wow, who doesn't want that? And supporting healthy inflammatory responses and healthy vascular systems. Wow, that's the three amigos, the Protandim NRF1, NRF2, and the Protandim NAD. I absolutely love these. We take them every day. My kids, my husband, it's phenomenal. So this is our cast of characters, our other products. So we're responsible for cleaning up the garbage in the cells, but we also have some of this technology in the brain food called Axio, which I'm actually drinking in a really pretty glass, and it's just straight up Axio, and it's phytonutrients for the brain. So it helps me stay focused. It's executive brain function. It lifts that brain fog with no sugars and carbonation. We have a probiotic, so we're talking about gut health, and the gut and the brain are critically important. Obviously, they work together, and when the gut is off, about 70% of the body's immune system is off. We have an omega, a beautiful clean fish oil. You can trace the boat from the bottle. We have a physique, healthy lifestyle weight management line. And I love the whey protein. I made a beautiful protein shake today. Been a very busy day. Didn't have a lot of time to make a meal, but I made it a meal by all the things I added to it. 18 grams of protein, only 1 gram of sugar. We have a fat burner that is natural as well, made from Mediterranean citrus plant, and a beautiful prebiotic that feeds the probiotic, the fertilizer for the gut garden. Really important. We have the same NRF2 technology in a skincare and a hair care line. Phenomenal. Those get actually really beautiful ratings on an app called Think Dirty. You can download that free app and type in the products that you're using and see how clean they are or how toxic they are. Ours get a 1 and 2 rating. Our hand cream we have actually gets a 0 rating. We have Pet Tandem, NRF2 activation for dogs. Double-blind study of 80 dogs. Clinicians could tell which ones had the placebo and which ones had the test product, because dogs don't lie. And this works in all mammals. So I always say I love Pet Tandem. It's one of my favorite things. The Vitality Stack includes Protandim NRF1 and NRF2, the probiotic, and the omega. If you add those components to and add prebiotic as well as I can't even remember. We have different stacks that are amazing, and you can pick your level of biohacking. It can start with 1 bottle of Protandim, or we have stacks where you can save money and you can optimize your brain health, your cellular health, and your gut health and your cells by having a healthy fish oil. So that is our cast of characters right there. We can get you more information. Our PDFs are on our website under the shop tab. So I know that when I like something, I'm going to share it with people. If I like a good yoga studio, restaurant, or book, I just share it with people. Do I get paid for that? Well, not usually. No, probably not. However, if you can fall in love with these products and a few basic business principles, you can either create some part-time income, pay for your products, or you can create that's leveraged income, that's income that works for you. Now, most of us do not get educated to think this way. I sure didn't. I grew up in Kentucky. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story a little bit later. But we are headquartered in Sandy, Utah. Publicly traded, debt-free, and we have amazing people on our board of directors, including Aaron Brockovich. And if you look at the trends and what's happening in wellness sales, it's skyrocketing. Like, we are part of something extraordinary. Our products are not Me Too products. Look where people are spending money in anti-aging and skincare and hair care and pet care and energy and weight loss. This is market research, and we have category creating products that are addressing beautiful things to optimize our health. So look at what happened in 2017. Cosmetics outsold the wellness, but that's not what's happening today. And this was even in 2018, wellness sales outsold the cosmetic industry. So I absolutely love this model because I can do it from anywhere in the world. I just got back from Colorado and I did a little bit of business while I was on vacation, not too much, but I can do this from anywhere. And that's beautiful. If you have technology working with you, you don't have any overhead, no inventory requirements. The company ships everything out for you. Very low entry cost. We can build on social media. We add value to people. We don't sell people in LifeVantage. We share with you information. It's up to you as to what you see and how we might be able to help you change your life or change your health in many different ways. You can get paid daily as well, and we get to travel. I can't wait till we start traveling again. And that is going to happen. We've been all over the world. I was in Ireland and Scotland this time last year, thanks to LifeVantage. The opportunities have been absolutely endless. I've been able to travel all over the world because of this incredible company. Because we're publicly traded, our earnings income disclosure statement is on our website. You can see it on lifevantage.com. We try to help our new distributors get to what we call a level of a Pro 3 in their first 90 days. A Pro 3 is about 5,000 organizational volume points, almost point for dollar, in their business. And they've probably had 2 or 3 distributors they've shared this with that want to share it with other people. So you're starting to create a little bit of income. Then you get to a little bit higher level, a Pro 5, which is over 20,000 organizational volume points. And you can see the earnings income monthly is over $3,000. It's over $600 for a Pro 3, and it's over $3,000 for a Pro 5. So as people start building this, you start growing a little bit more. This is really a personal development business as well. And you really become a person that's all about helping other people. That's what I really love about LifeVantage. So we have elite level ranks, Pro 7 through Pro 10 and on. And we're just a growing company, and I love this. So an elite Pro 7 is over 100,000 organizational volume points. That might seem a little crazy. I sure thought that when I first started LifeVantage. I looked at that average earnings disclosure of over, well, it was 10,000 at the time I started. It's over $13,000 a month, you guys. Now, come on, think about that. How could that change somebody's life? Even $600 extra a month. How can that change someone's life? It can, and this is willable, sellable, generational income. So you can leave a legacy and you can live a legacy, which is pretty extraordinary. I'm an elite Pro 8 in LifeVantage. I hit the elite ranks in 5.5 years, not knowing one thing about this business profession of network marketing, but I put my blinders on and I was a very good student. I have good work ethic and I'm coachable. And that's really what it takes, and a burning desire to actually do this. So we can talk to you a little bit more about all of that, get back to the person that invited you. Now you can be a customer. 90% of LifeVantage is customer based, or you might want to come into one of the packs. A lot of people will actually join on one of the packs because you get a 35% savings on the platinum, and you get to try all of our products, and you get to share it with others. Or you can come in on the gold pack. And this is a one-time purchase. Get back to that person that is sharing this with you, and they can talk to you and really meet you where you're at. So you get in where you fit in. We meet you there. That's it. So can you do this? Well, that's the question you have to ask yourself. I wasn't looking for LifeVantage when LifeVantage found me. I was in a place, my mom had passed away unexpectedly. I had quit my job. I was actually working for a wedding magazine at the time. I'd quit TV news prior to that when my children were really little. So I was actually not doing a lot of work except for teaching yoga and meditation and taking and being with my kids and my husband. And so when I overheard a conversation at yoga, and I was really intrigued by what they were talking about. And then I was introduced to that ABC investigative report. I was blown away. And I thought, well, how can I do this too? And you can. If you focus and you treat this like a profession, it really has been the funnest thing I've ever done. And the personal growth is absolutely incredible. And we're like a LifeVantage little family. So a few little keynotes here about our company. best places to work for 3 years in a row. We're just launching everywhere. Aaron Brockovich, the real Aaron Brockovich, is part of our board of directors, and that's pretty amazing as well. We've had many international awards for our products. I invite you to take a look more at that. For you financial people, being on the Russell 3000 index is incredible. Again, I'm going to mention we are a debt-free company. That's phenomenal. And we're just growing and growing and growing. We also, our company rang the closing bell on Wall Street in January during Wellness Week. That is absolutely incredible. And we're the official sponsors for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team. So whether you like soccer or not, 90 million fans in the world. I think that's pretty awesome. My husband will be watching TV and he loves soccer. So he's say, oh, there's your team, there's your team. And it's so fun to see LifeVantage jerseys right there on the big screen. We're expanding more and more. This is my favorite part, is the LifeVantage Legacy Program, where we actually give back to different charities all over the world, and our company will match. This is building homes in Rocky Point, Mexico, and my kids and my husband and I have been able to do that a couple years in a row. And this to me is extraordinary, to see families living basically in cardboard boxes or tin homes, or maybe no roof under their house, under their heads, and to be able to get a beautiful home, you know, that's furnished with food and furniture and amenities is just pretty incredible. So where do you go from here? Simple. I say get started. Join us. Join us as a customer or join us as a distributor and start sharing this. People need to know what we have our hands on. The science of wellness care is where it is at today. I would much rather be involved in something about wellness care than sickness care anytime. So if you're ready to join us, please get back to that person that invited you. It has been my honor and my privilege to share this with you. I do want to just mention that I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. I grew up in a family of the youngest of 5 kids, and my parents, there was a lot of hardship over what we didn't have. And so I grew up with a lot of that. Now, while my husband has a good job and I've always had great work ethic, there's always been, is there ever going to be enough? Well, this got me off the hamster wheel of life. I was able to fit this in the nooks and crannies of my life and then create an incredible organization, over 8,000 people in my organization over time. And time happens with or without an opportunity in your life. So really take a look at this, get your questions answered, and we would just love to have you be a part of LifeVantage. So thank you, everybody. Take care and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.